redness, dryness, irritation, maybe the skin burns, maybe you're breaking out more. All of these can be symptoms and signs that you're overexfoliating. But what actually is overexfoliation, and how do you know that you're doing it before you get there? Today we're going to talk about overexfoliation, the causes, what can actually happen, and why we are living in an overexfoliation nation currently. And I'm also going to share with you a story of the time that I overexfoliated my skin in high school, which I don't think I've ever spoken about. Maybe I've spoken about 1 or 2 times because it's embarrassing. But you know what? We all start somewhere. We all have to learn from our mistakes, and hopefully you can learn from mine. Overexfoliation is a major problem in skincare, and a lot of people don't realize that this could be what's causing their dryness, their acne, their irritation, etc. Because, you know, your skin is built to kind of protect you. It keeps the bad stuff out and your good stuff in. And although our skin exfoliates naturally through a process called desquamation, we can use other products maybe once or twice a week to speed that up. The problem is that some people are exfoliating not once or twice a week, but every damn day. And what you should be doing every damn day is applying SPF, which is your BFF, not overexfoliating and stripping your skin. It is a sad, sorry conundrum. And do you know what else is a sad, sorry conundrum? The fact that only 50% of the people who watch these videos are actually subscribed. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? We share skincare education and empowerment on this channel, and it's all provided for free to help you understand and embrace your skin through your routine. And if that hasn't been clicked, that should be your next goal of 2021. But now that that has been done for the YouTube algorithm and the sake of your face, let's talk about the face and let's talk about kind of how we got here. As mentioned, our skin does exfoliate naturally through desquamation. However, if you've ever woken up and you have this kind of greasy film to your skin, or it just feels crusty, a little bit of exfoliation can go a long way. Especially if you have acne, if you have blackheads, exfoliation can help to remove the plug of keratin that sits on top of the skin and help expose those breakouts to more air so that your skin can actually have a chance at clearing up. There are 2 main types of exfoliants on the market, physical and chemical. Physical are the ones that are usually a scrub, a grainy texture, a washcloth, a loofah, etc., even things like microdermabrasion, whereas chemical exfoliation are things like your alpha hydroxy acids, your beta hydroxy acids, your PHAs, all of your exfoliating ingredients, which also includes things like chemical peels. Now, these are excellent, and when people first started finding out about exfoliation, they were like, oh my god, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And of course, we know that good things are good, but more of a good thing isn't always better. And unfortunately, some people didn't get the memo when that comes to exfoliation. We do live in an overexfoliation nation. Look at all of these different types of exfoliation that we have. And again, exfoliation is great for acne, for pigmentation, for scars, for marks, for dryness and dullness. It can help with everything if it's done properly and within moderation. If it's overdone, it can actually cause some of these exact issues. Especially nowadays, you know, if you look at every step of your skincare routine, do you have an exfoliant in each one? If your cleanser has salicylic acid, if your toner is basically a diluted acid serum, if your serum has exfoliants and then your moisturizer has some acids in it too, and on top of that you're using a scrub, or God forbid you're using a Clairsonic like I did back in high school, or some sort of a brush or something to, you know, scrub at or scratch at the skin, can you see how this is overdoing it? On top of that, some people are on medications like antibiotics. If you're on something that makes you light sensitive or that does thin out the skin, you're just exposing yourself to more of the sun's rays, more damage, and making your skin more susceptible to damage and irritation. And because that is such a big problem, let's talk about what that looks like. The biggest sign that you are overexfoliating is if your skin is deviating from the norm, meaning your skin, natural and glowy, is no longer looking that way now that you've added a new product or you've upped the amount of acids or exfoliants or scrubs inside of your routine. If your skin is unusually dry, if it is irritated and red, if it is flaky and crusty, and especially if it gets to be stinging and burning, that is how you know that you've damaged your skin barrier, especially if it gets a little bit waxy. That was my mistake a decade ago. Now, here's the tricky part. All of these signs, redness, more breakouts, itching, irritation, these could also be symptoms of eczema or psoriasis or a fungal infection. And that's why seeing a dermatologist or a practitioner like an NP, someone who could actually take a look at you and guide you, is really important. But if you notice that these new signs and symptoms are correlating with the use of a new product or the addition of an exfoliant in your routine, or the fact that you've upped the amount of exfoliants in your routine or the use of them, that is a pretty telltale sign. And again, one of the biggest ones is if your skin starts to burn with even the touch of water. That is what happened to me. If your skin burns with just water, you have a damaged skin barrier. And yes, certain genetic conditions can cause those, certain allergies can cause those, but also you best believe that overexfoliation can cause that as well. So let me tell you about my horrible, horrible high school story. You know that I had horrific acne. You know that it controlled my everyday life. My inner narrator was constantly berating and belittling me based on my appearance, and I would repeat the words that other people said to me. So if there was an opportunity to get rid of my acne, you know that I would take it. I would find a way to pay the money to get the product. And back then, the product that was pushed everywhere by Sephora, advertisements on TV, celebrities in magazines, it was the Clairsonic. This scrubby skin brush that was supposed to annihilate your acne and make your skin glow and look good. So what did young, insecure, broke but had credit little Cassandra go and do? Oh, you best bet she got herself a Clairsonic. And did she use it responsibly? Oh no, she used it morning and evening. I would literally hold the Clairsonic over my pimples and just let it go grrrr. Physical exfoliant at its best. And I think I used like a horrific, what was it, like a Neutrogena benzoyl peroxide something. Benzoyl peroxide is keratolytic. It is slightly exfoliating. Yes, it helps to kill acne, but it is also very drying. And so you best bet that I was scrubbing off my epidermis and not wearing a sunscreen. And at the time I was on tetracycline as well. I've also been on minocycline, doxycycline, Bactrim, you name it. I've taken it for my acne. Didn't work. But all of those antibiotics also made me light sensitive, so you could see that I was part of this overexfoliation nation, setting my skin up for disaster. Well, one day, I realized that even my favorite Neutrogena oil-free moisturizer burned, and when I went to go wash it off my face, even my face burned. And I thought to myself, ooh, this can't be me causing the problem. I must be having a reaction to a skincare product. So what did I do? I took the Clairsonic and I tried to scrub the products off my face. Dumbhead. Like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? And guess what happened? On some of the little areas right down here where I would just sit and roll this Clairsonic, my face started to look waxy. And at first I was like, oh, that means the pimples are gone. Oh my God, do I finally have this beautiful buttery skin that everyone else does? I was like, ooh, interesting. But I went to go try to apply foundation on it, and the foundation wouldn't stick. It was this waxy, golden, not greasy and not oily, but just like this, you know, like this cellophane-y material on my face. And the fact that I couldn't get my makeup to cover it was really concerning for me. I was a babysitter and a math tutor at the time, and so I would go to tutor this girl at math, and I remember just trying to push my Physicians Formula loose powder foundation. Anyone remember that? I was just trying to press it onto my skin, and it would always stick well, but not today. No, no, not today, Satan. And it was almost like my skin was oozing through my foundation. I did not know or understand at the time that I had overexfoliated my skin to the point that I had removed layers of my epidermis, the top of my skin, and I was exposing layers underneath. And guess what? It took a couple days, it burned, it stung. I basically just backed off my products, thank God, but it ended up giving me a patch of pigmentation that took about a year to clear up. It was this little brown patch right here. And that on top of my acne, I would not leave the house without makeup because of it. And it was really concerning to me because I didn't understand really what was going on. And when I realized this was pigmentation, I was like, oh my God, is this gonna be here forever? It was not a good time. And of course, the Clairsonic was a disaster of its own. We've spoken about why the company went out of business late last year, and it's not just because of the pandemic. It's a couple of other things that happened as well. If you want to click that, you can definitely watch it. But my overexfoliation experience was really a lesson to me to treat my skin with kindness, to try to listen to my skin, to nurture, not nuke, the way Phyla says, right? And making sure that, you know, it's not just all or nothing. Skincare is self-care. It's supposed to be a ritual, not just a routine. And at that time, I was so angry at my skin. I was so angry at my appearance that I was literally taking that anger out on the layers of my skin itself. And yeah, I paid a price for it, specifically having my face burn when I touched it to even water in the shower for the next 3 to 5 days. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. So if this happens to you, what are you supposed to do? Adapt and scale down. Remember that the only true essential steps of a skincare routine are a good cleanser and an SPF, maybe a moisturizer. But when we have these other conditions like acne that we want to treat, or when you want to get more fun with skincare, use it as self-care, or do things like prevent wrinkles or prevent acne scars from forming, that's when we use more actives. But the basics are really just a cleanser and a sunscreen. And when it gets that bad, pare it down, go fragrance-free, avoid irritants, stop the exfoliation, and let your skin do what it does best: rebuild itself and protect you. If you'd like a routine on how to care for a damaged skin barrier, or how to care for overexfoliated skin, or a minimalist skincare routine, let me know and I'm happy to put one together. Now that I think about it, I think that I actually put one together last year and I just don't think I've edited it or filmed it. It was like a damaged skin barrier routine. I'll go see if it's on my hard drive, because this hard drive has a lot on it and it's not very well organized. But remember that while exfoliation is wonderful and does amazing things for the skin, there is too much of a good thing. So turn and learn those ingredients, find out which ones have exfoliating acids or enzymes and scrubs and which ones do not. And of course, when in doubt, talk it out with your derm. Get your skin seen by a professional. You can do it through telehealth and telemedicine, or you can go into an office, but have someone take a look at your face and actually see what's going on to rule out things like eczema, psoriasis, or other inflammatory skin conditions that, yes, can also cause redness, dryness, and flakes. The winter is here, so dry skin has arrived as well, and of course, dry skin exfoliation hand in hand, so hopefully this information prepares you so that you don't have to deal with more of the flakes on your face. And again, if the information in this video is helpful, please consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss future uploads. Join the butterfly family, where we believe that skincare is self-care. And if you have another question about your skin or skin conditions, leave them in the comments below and we just might turn them into a video. Overall, always remember to be beautiful both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in this next video or on my Instagram account, where guess what? I've been posting skincare updates and tips. If you didn't know, now you know. Love you guys. Bye.